The top two teams in the NFC South battle on ESPN's Monday Night Football as Matt Ryan leads the Falcons into the Big Easy to take on Drew Brees and the 6-0 Saints. It's Falcons Saints on ESPN's Monday Night Football at 8:30 Eastern. Coverage starts with Monday Night Countdown, served by Applebee's at 7 Eastern Time. And with 66 laps to go at Talladega, the leader was Kyle Busch. Ryan Newman has just shot past him on the outside. We'll see if Newman's able to hold that lead at the start-finish line. Our aerial coverage today provided by Goodyear. New Fuel Max tires help you get there on less gas. Calculate your savings at GoodyearTires.com. Newman in the Army car on the outside. Kyle Busch in the M&Ms. And who's going to get it at the stripe? That would have been Newman's race if that were the last lap. And that's the kind of action Talladega is known for, and we're expecting to see over these final 65 laps. Couple quick thoughts from down here in the pit studio. First of all, the racing has changed here recently.
The racing has definitely changed. You can see they're starting to get a little impatient right now, but also they're trying to figure out what their car will do and if it will do it. Can they get from the back to the front? You see them lining up three wide right now. Ryan Newman leading the race. You see Elliott Sadler behind him right there. A lot of guys are checking out what their old hot rods do, and right now they're all handling well, guys. They know their cars handle good because this track is smooth, a lot of grip. Now, will the engine run? Can they get it up to the front?
Yeah, we're starting to see a little bit more of that 3 and 4 wide racing that we're accustomed to, and it's been interesting. It's been pretty dicey back from mid-pack back. Guys up front seem very comfortable where they're at. They're just trying to pick their spots. About 30 more laps out of this thing, and then they'll really get after it.
Yeah, positioning for the end. And what we're seeing here is this type of racing today is providing some opportunity for guys that we don't normally see up front, like Elliott Sadler and David Stremme, giving those guys a good opportunity to get some airtime.
Yep.
Talladega always a place where upsets are a possibility. Remember, Jimmy Johnson continues to motor around at the back of the field in 33rd spot. And Doc, DJ, and Andy, we haven't seen the big wreck yet.
I was just going to say that, Alan. Yeah, that is if we're not going to see one. Let's hope we can get by without it here, but they are starting to mix it up. And how about the 9 car? What a job by Kasey Kahne. He has been back to the front. I mean, damage on the car. They repaired it, 2 tire stops. And now look where Kasey's being shown right now in 7th position.
Yeah, that team's done a great job, and Kasey has to stay in there. But Kenny Francis, the crew chief on this car, they decided to just get 2 tires when they made that pit stop and work on that fender and get the car back in shape. And they've done a good job and kept the car in contention. He's in the top 10. Well, he was, now he's 11th. He was the last lap. That's changing by the second. There's Kenny Francis.
It's going to change very quickly as Kenny watches, and you do as well. This pack right here, DJ, 31 cars all running together right here on the lead lap, all clustered in one little group.
Yeah, and I'm watching the middle here. I see David Stremme leading that. He's got Brad Keselowski right on his bumper. They're making some headway in the center. That's something these guys will be paying attention to also for later in the race.
And speaking of 31,
yeah, they better be paying attention right now, too. Not that they just have to later in the race. There's Jeff Burton leading this show.
How big would a win be for Richard Childress Racing? They have not gotten a win in that team across their 4 cars in the entire 2009 season.
Oh, it'd be huge. This is a great place to get it done, too.
But look at that squadron of fighter planes, 3 wide there, just lined up about 12 deep.
Now, I think these guys have used a lot of this. See Jeff Gordon pull out now. He's got help from Kevin Harvick right behind him, trying to go back to the front. These guys have used a lot of this first part of the race to see with these new rules as to what they can do and how they have to go about this new drafting. And I think they're getting a little more comfortable with everything. And I found it interesting, Dale Jr. said, as we talked to him before the race started, this takes us back 7 to 8 years ago as the way that you used to have. We didn't run into each other in the corners back then. You had to literally draft and use what you could. And so I think it's interesting. A lot of these guys didn't know what that was like, and now they're finding out.
We talk about how critical communications is. The 11 of Hamlin and the 18 of Kyle Busch. Listen in.
Denny, if we get clear again, you want to get up? Yeah, I was hoping you were going to do it there before they got to us. If you go, I can follow. So if you're clear, get up. I'll follow with my mirror. All right, if I get a hole, I'll squeeze out and let you in. But let me do it off of 4 because we got a longer way we can push down the front stretch.
That was about 3 laps ago, as now Kyle is right up there with Jeff Burton in that pack. And he backs off just a little bit. That was a few laps ago. They were on the bottom groove. They've now moved to the high groove, and his teammates, they can see what they can do, but they're back in the pack now.
You know what I see going on right now? They're pushing this issue a little. They're pushing each other a little bit in the corners, a lot on the straightaway, and NASCAR's not letting them, not saying much to them. They're letting them get away with it and race, and they're putting on a great show right now.
Yeah, the biggest thing is I think that NASCAR, see, they're not running into each other, and I think they've gotten a message across. They're not, you know, even though they might be right there on the bumper, they're not hitting each other in the corner to create big problems.
Yet. Here at Talladega, we just mentioned we have not had the big one. Hopefully we won't, but typically Talladega, the big one is multi-car crashes. And look at the 2-car looking back. There's a little bump. There is Tony Stewart.
Yeah, I saw Tony drop back just a minute ago. I think he's kind of checking out exactly how far back he can be and how long it takes him to go to the front.
That 2 and the 44 are fighting to get the lucky dog the free pass. 44 will be coming in. Kurt Busch was 2 laps down because of that cut right rear tire, now showing himself only a lap down, and he would be the car that would get the free pass because Allmendinger now in the pits. Jeff Gordon led the last time by. He backed out, and now Kevin Harvick again at the front of the field. 102 races ago. That's the last time Kevin Harvick went to victory lane.